Alright guys, how's everyone doing? I hope this finds your summer having been restful and relaxing. My name is Mr. Nolan. I'm going to be your history teacher this year. In a couple of my classes, we'll also have the help of Miss Tate. This is my contact information. Yes, believe it or not, at work week we are still running the bells. So you'll hear that again later. My contact information down here at the bottom. If you're looking to follow me on Twitter to get updates on class material, stuff specific to this class, that is the Twitter handle for that. And the best way to reach me, either during the school day or outside of school, is to get to my email. I'm usually very good about having that up and being able to respond. All right, moving on. All right, a couple of classroom procedures. That's what we're going to walk through here, as well as a couple of notes. Students, you will get this in class on Wednesday and Thursday of our first week. Parents, this is just so you're informed as well. All right, beginning of class, my expectation is that you enter quietly. We don't need to be loud and crazy. When the bell rings, I'm expecting you to have your materials out to review the schedule for the day, which will be located on the upslope. It'll be on the front of your packet. It will also be located on one of my whiteboards in the front of the classroom so that you are therefore aware of what is coming in the assessments and then what activities we are doing in class. All right. Tardies. I'm in the building this year, so the door is going to shut when the bell rings. If you are not here or if you're late without a pass, you'll be sent to the office to go to tardy table. I know that some people like to go to the restroom, and I know that 6 minutes at times can be tough to get around the building, but please learn different routes to get here. If you're someone who absolutely has to go to the bathroom, please come to class first, put your stuff down, say, Mr. Nolan, can I go to the bathroom? I'm always going to say yes. I would much rather you do that than leave 10 minutes into class to go to the bathroom, or show up 5 minutes late. Please come do that. I'll let you back in without a pass. Just make sure we're getting to class on time and minimizing how late we are. Work procedures. During class, if we're doing independent work, I expect you to work silently and independently. If we are doing group work, I'm going to want you to talk in a controlled voice with only your group. Okay, so if your best friend is on the other side of class, there's a reason for that. I don't want you talking with them. I want you focusing with your group. And I know the controlled voice is a working thing for some people, but we'll get better at that as the year goes on. Please raise your hand before talking. Please try not to wander without asking first. I mean, if you're going to get up and blow your nose, that's fine, but not too much wandering, all right? If by chance you happen to finish what we are working on in faster than the allotted time, by all means work on any incomplete assignments you have, anything that's upcoming. You can read a book, or you may work on things for another class. Use your time wisely will be a theme that I preach all year long for you guys, all right? All right, food and drink. Guys, no food at all. I will warn you right now when it comes to breakfast, we've been told that they're going to crack down and they are going to take it from you if you're leaving the commons with food in the mornings. No cans or glass bottles. Water is allowed in a clear sealable plastic container. Please, please keep the room clean. Okay, throw your trash out, pick up after your stuff. I'm not going to be the gum police, but please don't stick your gum on the bottom of the desk. If you're chewing gum and you need to spit it out, there are about 6 trash cans in my room. Please, please, please throw it out appropriately. If, by the way, and with the no food thing, if you are dying of hunger, or if you are starving and you have some food, ask. I'll probably let you eat it. I just might ask you to step outside. All right? I understand you guys' needs as high schoolers. Bathroom breaks. Please be reasonable as to how often you go. Lesson will continue whether you're sitting here or not. You do have to have your agenda to go to the bathroom. The bathroom is located about 90 feet away from my classroom, so it shouldn't be a very long trip to and from. Please do not go on an adventure and explore the far reaches of the building. All right, thank you very much. Respect, I hope this goes without saying, and you guys are generally very, very good about this, but I still have this slide up there anyway. Always be respectful of yourself, your classmates, your teachers, and the materials and supplies in the classroom. We have a beautiful building that is just now in its 5th year, and I actually have been blessed with having one of the most beautiful classrooms in the building. Let's keep it that way and make the custodian's jobs easier. Thank you in advance for the outstanding job I know you guys are going to do. All right, no nonsense. Guys, ladies, no minute makeovers, please. No Nintendo DSs, tech decks, absolutely no inappropriate clothing of any kind. As I'm sure you've heard, Patriot High School has a dress code, and that dress code will be enforced, guys and girls, all right? Inappropriate language is also not acceptable. Again, this is all stuff that should be perfectly sensible to you guys. I just want to make sure I've said it, all right? Devices. All right, now this is going to be a thing all year long. There will be times in class when we use devices. Okay? I am a very tech-savvy teacher for the most part, so I do get that stuff and use it. Those are the only times that I want your devices out. Okay? Only when we are using it for something in class. I will let you know when that is happening. It will be very clear to you when it's a device time. Okay? If I see a phone or a device at any time that it is not supposed to be out, I am going to take it and give it to school security or per school policy. You can pick it up at the end of the day, and there's escalating offenses there. Please leave your phones away. If you are incapable of resisting the temptation to play with your phone during my class, I will have a place in the front of the classroom where you can put your phone for the class so that you're not tempted. All right? I'm always open to using devices, but please let's make it useful usage of the devices. Texting your friends are not useful. Parents, I will say this, if you have a burning need to contact your kid, please call the school. That is school policy, all right? Thank you. Behavior. Guys, I like a loose classroom. I know I'm sounding like I'm ripping off rules right now, but I do like to have a little bit of fun, all right? I'm not one of these teachers that will make you sit in rows and be dead silent the whole class and stare at the front of the room. Okay, I like to have some fun. I like to enjoy what I'm doing. Okay, and I like to make it fun for you guys. If it's boring for me, it's boring for you, and that's no good. But the big thing I'm going to say with this is we have to stay on task, and we cannot be disruptive. If we are getting off task, my process for that is I will usually get silent and my hand will go up in the air. I need you guys to stop talking. Okay? If you're individually being disruptive, the following steps are going to be taken in class. You'll get a verbal warning. If it's a repeated issue, we will probably step out in the hallway to discuss your malfunction. If that happens, I will likely end up contacting a parent. And if we still have issues at that point in time, you'll be removed from class and there will be an administrative referral involved. Okay, I will say this too, I reserve the right to skip steps based on severity. I'm probably not going to give you a verbal warning if you pick a chair up and throw it across the classroom. Sorry. All right. Supplies. Here's what you guys need. You need to have a 3-ring binder somewhere with 2 sections for history. If you're a big binder person, if you're a 6 little binder person, I do not care. If you're a folder person, that's fine. The majority of what I hand to you will be given as giant packets, which will have everything in it. You need to have one place to put those. That will be where all of your notes, vocabulary stuff, all of your handouts will come out of that. And then I'll need you to have a second place where you can keep your graded assessments. That way you can keep track of them. If you need to use a retake, you have them nearby to retake them. Okay? You're going to need a writing utensil every day. Believe it or not, we actually do write in school. So, coming with a pen or a pencil should be a good idea. If you're someone who loses pencils, like my little brother did when he was in high school, I would advise coming with multiple ones. All right. When we do maps, and we're going to do a lot of maps this year, colored pencils are helpful on those days. You'll know them ahead of time. And this is a big thing this year, and I'll get to this here in a little bit. You are absolutely going to need to have access to School Fusion and to YouTube this year. How you get to those, I do not care. If that's computer, device, library, some way, shape, or form, you're going to need to have access to School Fusion and YouTube. All right, end of class. End of class. I will dismiss you, not the bell. All right. Hopefully everyone is getting dismissed at the bell, but sometimes we all know that's not the case. You should be quiet and seated. Please do not pile up around the door. All right. Extra class time, if there is extra class time, is an opportunity to get work done so that you don't have to do it at home. So if I find out that you're having 2 or 3 hours of homework and that is an issue, which it would be, then, but yet I notice that you're sitting in class for the last half an hour with your head down. That's not using your time wisely. Please use your time in the building wisely. I am not the only class where that will happen sometimes, where there will be 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there, where you can get extra work done to minimize your homework load. Please get in the habit of using that time off. All right, grading. We are going to have 3 categories in the grade book this year. Summative 1 assessments will be worth 70% of your quarter grade. Summative 2 assessments will be worth 20% of your grade, and formative assessments will be 10% of your grade. Formative assessments will be things like daily checks, homework assignments, if we do an in-class quick writing assignment, things like that. All right, and then summative assessments are going to be broken down into 2 categories. Every quarter we're going to have 1 quarter assessment. I'm using the word assessment. You guys would know these as tests. We will have 1 big quarter test. We'll stop and review for a couple of days, usually the last couple of days of the quarter. This is your summative 2. It'll count 20% of each grade. Fourth quarter, it's possible that would be a project, but the first, second, and third quarters, your quarter assessment will be a test. Now, our summative 1 assessments are going to not be what you guys would consider traditional tests. Okay, they're going to be more what you guys would have considered or known as quizzes. Okay, they're going to be assessments where we are focusing on 2 or 3 standards, so there might only be a couple of things on it, maybe a map, or we are going to do regular vocabulary assessments. Okay, the idea and what we're working with this is by having more assessments, no one assessment will drag your grade down. I also like the idea of doing smaller assessments because I know everyone builds up a lot of anxiety when we are sitting down for a giant test every 2 weeks. So this way we can do smaller assessments a little more often. We still will have that 1 quarter assessment because I need my students to start getting ready to sit for an SOL in May. All right? Now, flipped classroom. Now this is going to be interesting for you guys, and it's going to be a new experience for me. It's something I have not done before. Other teachers in this building have done it very well and been very successful in history, in math, and other classes. All right? We are going to, this year, teach this class as what is known as a flipped classroom. Okay? This means that notes are going to be done at home, and extension activities are done in class. So each night when you go home, you will have a notes outline to fill. It'll either be fill in the blank, outline. I will be included. You will already have the template for what it's going to be. Your homework assignment will be watching a video, very much like the one you're watching right now, that'll be posted to YouTube, which will have your notes in it. Okay? And I will go into a lot of other details the first couple of days. We will use class time now, since we won't be doing notes in class. We will use class time to work on writing practice. One of my big goals with you guys is I want you all to be able to write a thesis statement, write a paragraph identification, and be able to write a 5-paragraph essay by the time you walk out of this class. Whether you're going to AP or not, I care not. Those are life skills you have to have. We are going to teach you how to do them this year. We are going to spend a lot of time working with primary and secondary documents, and then we're also going to use that extra time to start focusing on a little more of the details in the curriculum of this class, which the SOL doesn't require you to know, but are things that can make the class a lot more fun. Go into more detail about guys like Genghis Khan or Attila the Hun. All right? It makes the class more interesting. It'll engage you guys better, and you'll understand the material on a higher level. So, because we are doing this, it is absolutely imperative that students watch these videos and complete their notes on their own. Okay, you have to do it. The first couple of weeks as we teach you guys how to do this, we will do the videos in class. But once we get to the end of September, you guys will be completely on your own to do them. If you do not watch the videos, you will not be prepared for class. You will not know the material we are going through. I cannot overstress how important it is that you have to have access. Now, if you are someone who does not have internet access at home or any way to get a hold of it, you need to contact me ASAP so that we can set up a way for you to view the videos. I do not have it firmly set in right now, but all of the Freshman World History 1 teachers will be doing this. There are 3 of us, and the plan was that on at least 2 days a week, we will be playing these videos in the morning between bus drop-off and school. The bus drop-off will probably happen about 40 minutes before school starts. There will be plenty of time to come view these videos then. But if you can't access them at home, please contact me and we will work out a plan to make sure you get to see the videos. All right? Homework. Okay, again, it's going to be assigned just about every night. And as I said, this is not traditional homework. Homework is going to consist of watching videos and completing guided notes. Okay, as I said before, I will teach you guys the first couple of weeks how to view these videos, how to use them. All right, I feel it's a very important tool because I will have some students who are quicker learners than other students. I have some students who will be able to watch a video at full speed and get all of the notes. And then I have some students who will need to pause it, rewind it, and do all of those things. It makes the note-taking easier and it allows it to be tailored specifically to your needs, which is honestly not necessarily something I can do with a class of 30. Okay? This way, every single one of you can work at your own pace with these notes. All right? Extra help. My office hours are going to be Thursdays from 2:15 to 3. I'm off flex 3 and 6, so you can come in and get help or do retakes then. I ask that you please sign up on a clipboard, or I might use a whiteboard for sign up this year. I have not totally decided on that yet. I will let your kids know this week. I ask that you sign up ahead of time. The other thing is, if those times don't work, I know people are busy, we can do it by appointment. Talk with me and figure it out. I'm here in the morning. I'm here in the afternoon. I announce a lot of fall sports. I coach. I am around this building a lot. There are ways we can figure it out. 3 years ago, I had a student who was playing football and couldn't get a ride home on non-practice days, and they had to be out on the field at 2:30. And what we ended up doing is he ended up doing a test retake during the JV football game after having played his freshman football game while I was announcing JV. He sat in the press box with me and did his test retake. Okay? I will find ways to make it work. I'm here to help you. I'm not trying to deny that help. So please talk to me if you need help, all right? Retakes. Okay, a lot of you have heard stories and heard tales of retakes. Okay, retakes are going to be available on any assessments that fall in that summative one category, those smaller quizzes, quiz-like things that'll be on 2 or 3 standards, okay? You may retake anything you wish. It's a complete replacement grade, so if you get a 40 on something the first time and you retake it and get 100, as far as I'm concerned, you got a 100. There's a reason we put those smaller assessments worth 70%. You can retake 70% of your grade in this class. Okay, everyone should be able to get exactly the grade they want. All right. I do have a couple of steps before you do a retake, though. First off, you have to correctly complete an error analysis form. It will be found on Fusion. The first couple of times we offer retakes to you, I will walk you through the mechanics of how to do it. Here's the biggie, guys. All assignments that were due for that assessment have to be completed on the day you took the assessment. So if we're quizzing standards 2A and 2D on Friday, September 18th, if you want to retake that, you have to have had your assignments completed on the day of that assessment, Friday the 18th. So I need you to stay on pace. And your assignments, for the most part, are just going to be your notes. I'm basically asking you to make sure you stay on task with the notes. Otherwise, I'm going to refuse you the right to a retake. Parents, I'm going to ask that you sign the original assessment. I want your son and daughter to be showing you these things and be communicating with you how they're doing in my class. I will say you can't complete correction and retake on the same day. So make sure you're learning the material. And then there's also going to be a floating deadline. So when I hand an assessment back, I will announce a deadline. I'll post it on Diffusion. And here's the biggest thing, guys. I do reserve a right to refuse a retake. If I notice a pattern where you're not trying, where you're not working, where you're not completing things, and you're just using the retake to abuse the system, I will stop allowing you to have it. All right? I want you guys to do well. I want you to learn the material and understand that not everyone learns at the same pace. I understand that you guys have bad days when we're taking tests. That's why we offer this. All right? Makeup work. Check Fusion or consult your calendars for missed work. Notes will be posted. If you're absent, you're expected to do your work at home, go through the notes, complete the assignments. Okay, being absent does not mean you get to play Halo for 12 hours. That's what Saturday and Sundays are for. No, I'm actually just kidding about that. But I'm really not kidding about you making stuff up. If you're home with a sniffle, guys, you can still watch notes videos. You can still stay on task. All right? Please make sure you are working. Okay, I've seen students who are sick for 2 or 3 days, and then they come back and it takes them months to make the material up. Please try as hard as you can. When you're sick, I understand you're sick. I know it's hard, but if you can, please try and find some time, not just in my class, but in all of your classes, to stay caught up, or you're going to end up compounding the issue. All right? I ask that you guys promptly schedule makeups for any assessments that you missed. And then I will put a 0 in the gradebook as a placeholder if it's been a week since I gave an assessment, because I really do need you guys to do that work. All right? Late assignments. School policy for late assignments is that if it's 1 to 3 days late, your best score is 75%. 4 to 6 days late, your best score is 60%. If it's over 7 days late, you get referred for homework detention, and the best score you can receive is a 50%. So that is your assignment policy. All right. On Twitter, guys, and every evening between 5 and 10 o'clock, I will post assignment assessment reminders. I'll remind you guys to check for videos on my Twitter account. Not always going to necessarily be the last thing I tweet. I do have some educator chats that I get into sometimes using that Twitter handle. So if you don't see it, check my timeline and you'll be able to scroll back and find it. The Twitter handle that I use specifically for history class and for my educator stuff is J. Nolan History PHS. I also have a second one that's more baseball related and Red Nation stuff, which is Nolan Patriot HS. I'm not going to follow you guys back for obvious reasons. Unless you're a baseball player, then I'm following you back because we like to keep tabs on you. All right, Remind 101. For those of you who do not know what Remind 101 is, it's a text messaging service that is free and allows me to send you reminders of assignments and assessments. You register for it, and then I can go on the internet. I don't see your phone number. I just see your name, and I will send out reminders, and you get them as an SMS text message immediately. All right, I will usually send these texts between 3 and 8 p.m. each evening. It's the best way for you to stay informed. Please check Fusion. Registration information is on there. All you have to do is text the number that is on Fusion with the correct code, and it will sign you up. I usually set my reminders to go out at 4:30. That way you have plenty of time to act on them. Sometimes the day will get away from me, and it will be about 8 o'clock. I apologize for that ahead of time. All right? Remind 101 is the best way to stay caught up day to day. If there are any questions, please feel free to contact me. Remember my email address or any other way you can. Let's have a great year.